Hi, it's Caroline, and I'm joining you again today to share some of my story with you and my thoughts about what it means to be bipolar in this world. So, yeah, there's been a few subjects mulling around, and I've done a few videos and decided not to put them up because I was a bit ranty, but that's fine. So, the subjects really were pertaining to the fact that really I've been hiding a lot of what I really feel, and that comes from the slight fear that I've had. Well, pretty epic fear, really, deep rooted, should we say, about being resectioned, because some of the subject matters that I will talk about and I will write about are ones that were very strong in my under how to put it. They were very strongly experienced when I was high, and so there's this association that if I talk about subjects that are out there, then anybody around me might go, oh my gosh, she's losing the plot again. Because a lot of people that I've been around are just not interested, don't believe, don't care, or whatever. Fine, it's their choice. And when you're the one that is just thinking that out there, and you're surrounded by people that aren't, or they don't talk about it at least, I won't assume to know what they really think or feel, you start to wonder, is it just you? And, that's created massive turmoil. And the more I've grown in confidence and spent time on my own and begun to really listen to me and allowed my true self to, well, it's through meditating and really deep breath work to kind of expand my field of consciousness. There's just no other way to be now. I'm not going to hide it anymore. And if people don't want to hear it, great. You carry on with your paradigm that's about that wide in the 3D world, because I choose to live in a universe where there's a lot more going on than just this world as it is and as we're told through the media and etc. So pertaining to bipolar, I always felt that any behaviour is, it's a matter of opinion whether it's right or wrong. No one can tell somebody else. And it's only a perception of a human that this is this and this is this. There's an action and then there's all the thoughts around the action. But the thoughts about the action are not fact. The only truth is the action. So if I do that, I'm slapping my face. Anything about that you might want to tell me is your opinion. And nobody's opinion is more real than the other. So if your opinion is, I'm an idiot for slapping my face, great. If your opinion is, she's doing some kind of, what is that called in massage? That's actually, like hacking is that, and cupping is that. It's like, you could say, oh, she's like, doing some kind of movement on her face. Do you see? And you can discuss it to Kingdom Come, which is why religion is such a silly thing, because there's so much discussion about experience, and the experience is the truth. So this is the difference, I guess, between spirituality and religion, that spirituality is direct experience and religion is someone else's writing about someone else's experience. And it's just, it's just Chinese whispers at the end of the day. Anyway, so for me, my bipolar talking and experience has been severely hampered by the propaganda media, the box of normality, because you have an experience, then you doubt the validity of it when your gut is saying one thing and then your mind, which is filled with the voices of everyone around you and everyone you've ever met in the world, whatever, you start, so there's this massive confusion. So for me, the truth of what I feel is, when we choose to come into this life, incarnate with bipolar, something it's a physical manifestation of having a really wide spectrum of experience. And if you choose that, you're probably wanting to wake up quick, because we come into the world with a veil. It's like we're like playing a game, so we get like a certain amount of understanding, and then life, it's the ultimate game of see what you can do with it, and you can live it that thin, or you can just and see where you want to go with it. And I've boxed in for years from fear, like totally fear, man-made, self-made prison. It was beautiful, it's lovely, I filled it with lots of nice people and things and events, but totally, just couldn't even imagine living half of what I've done in the last few years. Just could not. Fear just kept me so scared. But when I had my highs, it was like another world. Well, it was another world. And to me, when we have our high, it's similar. It's a similar experience to people when they choose to have a spiritual experience. And a lot of people these days are paying to take ayahuasca, iboga, blah blah blah, to have a hallucinogenic through the veil experience. And I got it for free, bonus, and for quite a long time. Yay! It's like I cashed in my luck chips. It's taken years to decipher what it's all meant, and then have the courage, well, to do the healing, to get rid of the fear, and have that understanding with myself, and learn some compassion with myself about what that's all about. And now I'm just my mind is blown every day about the experiences that I'm having, and the perceptions that I'm having, and visions that I have, and there's no fear. And okay, so we all have a shadow self, I've talked a bit about that. So maybe there's some fears that I'm not perceiving right now, because I'm just talking to you and whatever, and bit by bit we get faced with an occasion which we go, ooh, all right, checking in, something in me that might provoke me to recognise, there's another bit in my subconscious that I'm fearful, but relating to the truth of what I believe my experience has been, and why I'm compelled to talk about it and share, is there isn't a fear about talking about it or my experiences anymore. This morning I woke up at 3:30 or 4, and if I wake up at that time, generally now I know to kind of check in, do a bit of a meditation, like really just gently breathe in my body, really relax, ask for some energy to come down. So I was just buzzing, but in a really, not in a buzzing like way, just a really blissed out. Yeah, I felt a lot of energy. I've been having a really taut neck, and that was just all gently relaxing, and it's just lush. And then I started getting this feeling of, this vision of seeing me and all these lives, like I was stood there, and then and I've been working a lot on my male female aspects, like the last year or so, and really recognizing what that's meant, and peeling back different layers and layers of, like, a big part of my shadow self has been denying my masculinity, but it's overwhelming. So when I'm talking to people, I'm like, yeah, rah, 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 oh my God, and I've called that bit of me Rob, and it's kind of joking, but actually I realised this morning, I was like, wow, I'm really disrespecting myself, because a lot of me knows, like, I've been a man a lot of lives. So because here, looking back on our linear history, it's like, oh man, the patriarch, man. Basically, I'm shitting all the guys in the world and shitting on myself, because I've been a guy, as I believe we all have. It's just I really, really remember a lot of those. I keep getting like little flashbacks of it, and so in a sense, I'm like beating myself up every time I'm kind of denigrating men. Is that even a word? You know what I mean, I think. Going, and it's like, shit. And then I had this experience. I was like, I could feel myself in one of my lives, like having a cock. And I was like, oh, this is really weird. This is probably it might be pushing buttons in you going, what is she talking about? But yeah, this is the thing that I want to talk about with bipolar, because there is just, it isn't just bipolar. I mean, there's loads of people that haven't got labels, and they are seeking a spiritual path too, and they're trying to understand what's going on in the world. What does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a man? Why is humanity like this? Are we waking up? Yeah, we're waking up, and about time. What's the nature of the reality? Infinite. It's just mind-boggling. Small mind, human mind can't perceive it. You have to get into your heart and connect with your kind of soul to step away the limiting mind to actually perceive these things. So it's a bit of a longer ramble today than I thought, but it's just another invitation. Don't box in your life with your mind. The mind just has stuff in it that it's seen, and if you've seen stuff on the news and the TV, that's what you're going to project onto your life. Allow yourself to just think outside the box for a while, and any of the wackiest thoughts that loads of people say to me, oh, you're going to think this is weird. It's like, believe me, nothing you can say is going to sound weird to me. Bring it on, I say. Tell me something I don't know, but it ain't going to sound weird. Allow yourself the enjoyment to go, I wonder if that weird feeling I had about living in Hawaii one life was true. Yeah, it probably bloody was. Are you drawn to a certain country or culture? You've probably lived there. I've wondered why I haven't travelled a lot in this life, because I've been around for a long bloody time, and a lot of us will have. I don't know why people still are racist and full of hate, but that's their own soul journey. My job is to love myself, and in doing so, I love other people more, and I just get why people are going through shit right now, giving shit. We all need more love. But I really invite you to just expand the world view, the universal view, and I guarantee you it will emancipate your mind. Sorry, Bob, kind of borrowing your little phrase there. No one can do it for you. We've got to do it, and this is the time. Allow yourself that pleasure to have the ultimate daydream and pull it into this reality. It's the only way we're going to move on. And you want to, right? We don't want to just stay in this shitty industrialized capitalist world, man. Come on. We can create, as a race, as humanity, as a one big family, we can start changing the world, but we got to look out of the box. Okay, that's me over. Back to my writing. So, wishing you a gorgeous day. It's sunny here, and I hope it is with you. Let's see the sun on my head there, never mind. I'm in my writing room. So yeah, that's me. Enjoy, and blessings to you. Bye.